Hello students, today I am going to teach you the second cervical vertebra, which is also called as axis vertebra. First, identifying feature. The second cervical vertebra or the axis vertebra is identified by the presence of dens or odontoid process. The dens represents the centrum or body of atlas vertebra, which has fused with the body of axis vertebra. So this is dens, this is the body of axis. So dens fuses with the body of axis. Now coming to the external features, the superior surface of the body fuses with the dens. Superior surface of the body fuses with the dens. The inferior surface of the body, this is the inferior surface of the body. On the inferior surface of the body, its anterior margin is very prominent and it projects downward. Anterior margin of the inferior surface of the body, it is prominent and projects downward. The vertebral canal, it is larger as compared to the body, similar to the other cervical vertebrae. Now coming to the pedicles. The superiorly, the pedicles are hidden under the superior articular process. But on the inferior surface, the pedicle presents a deep and wide inferior vertebral notch. On the inferior surface, the pedicle presents deep and wide inferior vertebral notch. These are the two laminae, which are massive and thick and very strong. Now coming to the articular processes, this is the articular facets. This is the superior articular facet, which is large, flat, circular, and it articulates with the inferior facet of the atlas vertebra to form atlantoaxial joint. On the inferior surface, there is inferior articular facet. This is the inferior articular facet, which lies behind the transverse process. It articulates with the superior articular facet of the third cervical vertebra. Now coming to the transverse processes. The transverse processes are very small and represents the true posterior tubercle. This is the transverse process. It represents only the true posterior tubercle. This is the foramina transversarium, which is directed upwards and laterally. This is the spinous process, which is massive, thick, and very strong. It is deeply grooved on its inferior surface. Now coming to the anatomical position. The body should direct anteriorly, spine posteriorly. Upper and lower surface are identified by the presence of dens. Dens articulates with the body from its superior surface. So this is how you should kept the axis vertebra in anatomical position. Now coming to the attachments. The dens provides attachment to the apical ligament to its apex and alar ligament to its side, just below the apex. The anterior surface of the body, there is attachment of anterior longitudinal ligament and longus colli muscle. On the posterior surface of the body, there is attachment from below upward to the posterior longitudinal ligament, the membrana tectoria, and the upper vertical band of cruciate ligament. The lamina provides attachment to the ligamentum flava. The upper border and lower part of the anterior surface of the lamina, there is attachment of ligamentum flava. The transverse process gives attachment to the levator scapulae. So the transverse process gives attachment to the levator scapulae, scalenus medius anteriorly, and posteriorly there is attachment of splenius cervicis. The upper and lower surface of the transverse process, there is attachment of intertransverse muscle. On the upper and lower surface of the transverse process, there is attachment of intertransverse muscle. To the spinous process, there is attachment of ligamentum nuchae, the semispinalis cervicis, the rectus capitis posterior major, the inferior oblique, the spinalis cervicis, interspinalis, and multifidus muscle. So this is all about axis vertebra. The ossification is same as that of typical cervical vertebra. Thank you.